Good day, everyone. Today we will be talking about the pedagogy of alternative delivery mode, or the ADM. Hello, I'm Princess Jane from San Francisco de Asis Elementary School. Let's have a preview to what is alternative delivery mode. Alternative delivery modes, or ADM, are tried and tested alternative modalities of education delivery within the confines of the formal system that allows schools to deliver quality education to marginalized students and those at risk of dropping out in order to help them overcome personal, social, and economic constraints in their schooling. This is according to the www.teacherph.com. Now, what is the pedagogy of alternative delivery mode? There are 4 types of pedagogy: modified in-school, off-school approach, or the MISOSA. Second, enhanced instructional management by parents, community, and teachers, or the e-impact system. Third, homeschooling program. Fourth, multigrade programming of the Philippine education, or the MPPE. What is homeschooling program? This will be the pedagogy that we are going to focus on. Let's continue our session about this. But before that, let's have this quotation regarding learning at home. According to David O. McKay, the home is the first and most effective place to learn the lessons of life: truth, honor, virtue, self-control, the value of education, honest work, and the purpose and privilege of life. Nothing can take the place of home in rearing and teaching children, and no other success can compensate for failure in the home. Let's have a bigger concept to what is homeschooling, its origin, and the global implementation. So according to its definition, homeschooling or home schooling, also known as home education or elective home education, is the education of school-aged children at home or a variety of places other than school. It is usually conducted by a parent, tutor, or an online teacher. Many homeschool families use less formal, more personalized and individualized methods of learning that are not always found in schools, according to wikipedia.org. Let's talk about the terminology of history. In North America and Asian countries, it is so-called homeschooling. In Europe and Commonwealth countries, it is home education. Let's go in a short path of the history of homeschooling. Homeschooling was a common practice by family members and local communities. Homeschooling declined in the 19th and 20th century due to the compulsory school attendance law. John Holt and Rosa's John Ross Doney were the famous advocates in homeschooling in the United States in the year 1960s and 1970s. They viewed home education as a natural, experiential aspect of life that occurs as the members of the family are involved with one another in daily living. This is the picture of John Holt. John Holt is considered as the father of homeschooling because of his advocacy on this aspect. According to him, in one of his write-ups in a magazine in the year 1980, he quoted, "I want to make it clear that I don't see homeschooling as some kind of answer to badness of schools. I think that the home is the proper base for the exploration of the world, which we call learning or education. The home would be the best base no matter how good the school were." This is his write-up in the magazine Growing Without Schooling. Now we have here pictures showing parents as the personal teacher, which describes the bigger concept of homeschooling. Now, let's have homeschooling in the Philippine setting. Homeschooling in the Philippines, it's begin in Article 2, Section 12 of the 1987 Constitution, which recognizing the natural and primary right and duty of parents in the rearing of the youth for civic efficiency and the development of moral character, shall receive the support of the government. Homeschooling, started in Article 14, Section 2 of the same Constitution, provides that the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels. It encourages self-learning, independent, and out-of-school study programs, particularly those that respond to community needs. In the policy guidelines of the K-12 education program, Order 21 series of 2019, included the term flexible learning options, are also called alternative delivery modes or ADM, which are modalities that do not strictly follow the typical setup of regular classroom instruction but follow the formal K-12 curriculum in the content. This is referred in the online divinalaw.com. These are some of the listed accredited schools in the Philippines. We have the Little May Academy, Build Up's Christian School, UST Angelicum College Home Study Program, the Homeschool Global, and many more. According to Homeschool Legal Defense Association in the year 2019, there are 12,000 plus estimated number of homeschoolers in our country. These are the primary reasons or motivation why parents choose their children to homeschooling. The cake part diagram shows the motivation regarded as most important for homeschooling in the United States as of 2007. So this is in the setting of United States. Their reasons why they homeschool their children. Child has a physical or mental problem. Child has special needs, interest in non-traditional approach, provide religious or moral instruction, concern about the school environment, and lastly, dissatisfaction with the academic instruction available at other schools. In Depth Ed, this is the algorithm for learning delivery modalities. Why public school learners tend to do homeschooling in our present time due to the presence of pandemic. So, if there were no gadgets available, there were no devices such as television or radio available at home, if the place has a risk to children to go to school, they tend to do homeschooling. And if the primary goal or requirement for children to be homeschooled is that there should be a parent or someone, a tutor who can guide the learner in his or her learning. So in the Philippines, this is the implementation of homeschooling. It is written in Filipino, so I am going to read it in Filipino language. So, how can we enroll our children for homeschooling? I-enroll ang isang mag-aaral sa pinakamalapit na pampublikong paaralan sa isang pribadong paaralan na lehitimong nag-o-offer nito. Ito ay maaaring mula sa kindergarten or hanggang senior high school. Kung ang mag-aaral ay ngayon pa lamang papasok sa paaralan o matagal na siyang tumigil sa pag-aaral, maaari siyang kumuha ng Philippine Education Placement Test or PEPT upang magkaroon ng LRN at ng grado para sa enrollment gap. Kung siya naman ay nag-aaral sa ibang bansa o sa isang online homeschool provider o isa siyang independent homeschooler or ND, kukuha pa rin siya ng PEPT upang matanggap ng purbal sa paaralan. Paano natin gagabayan ang ating magulang o estudyante para sa homeschooling? Makikipagpulong sa punong guro ng paaralan at sabihin ang pagnanais na homeschool ang mag-aaral. Tapos, pag-uusapan at pagkakasunduan ang mga dapat pag-aralan at mga pagsusulit na gawin sa bahay, gayon din ang oras at araw kung kailan babalik ang mga mag-aaral sa paaralan para sa assessment. Magtakda ng oras kung kailan tuturuan ang mga anak sa bahay. Pagyamanin ang K-12 curriculum sa pamamagitan ng pag-access sa mga kagamitang nakaprint or mula sa internet. Makipag-ugnayan sa guro kung kinakailangan lalo na kung may kalituhan sa ituturo sa mag-aaral. Babalik sa paaralan ng mga mag-aaral para sa quarterly exam at ipapasa ang mga portfolio. Ang ADM na ito or ang alternative delivery mode na ito, which is homeschooling, ay para sa mag-aaral na may katanggap-tanggap na dahilan kung bakit hindi siya pwedeng palaging nasa paaralan. Ito ay ginagawa sa bahay at ang pagtuturo ay responsibilidad ng magulang. Susundin ang K-12 curriculum pero malaya ang mga magulang na pumili ng paraan at kagamitang gagamitin. Ang isang homeschooler ay maaring pumasok sa mga klase sa paaralan kung kinakailangan. Gayun din ang paggamit ng library, laboratory at iba pang facility at equipment ng paaralan kung saan siya naka-enroll. Mahalaga na makadalo sa isang pagsasanay na isasagawa ng paaralan ang magulang ng isang homeschooler upang magabayan siya sa mga prinsipyo, paraan ng pagtuturo, pagtatasa at pagtataya sa K-12 curriculum. So, ganoon ang mangyayari sa homeschool program sa Pilipinas. I will leave you with this very important quotation about education after we end this presentation. According to Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you. I am once again Princess Jane from San Francisco de Asis Elementary School.